All right, starting off with just a tiny bit of ASMR. I am setting up for day 14 of Inktober, and I figured I would let you guys see me go through my process with this one. So, of course, in true fashion, I already have it sketched out, and I'm pretty proud of this one because it came pretty much out of my imagination. I just thought, somebody laying there in a tent with the sun shining on him, but let's go back through and see what I've done for the past couple of days, which is nothing. This was for Horizon. I really wasn't inspired by it, but it's there if I want to do it. Okay, so this was so good up until I started on the background, which we don't even need to look at. Look at this beautiful watchtower, a fire watchtower. Don't look at this. Look at everything else because it's much better. Just imagine it's not there. Something. All right, but anyway, let's look at one that I am proud of. The previous day, the prompt was snacks, and my absolute favorite snack is a Cheez-It. And I ate one at the top of a mountain purposefully because I thought this will be the highest elevation I've ever eaten a Cheez-It at. So just a random goal that I set for myself. Did everything that is in the black with just a black Bic pen. Nothing special here at all. Just literally missed shading and wanted to use something that I knew that I could, tilt sideways and just get in the areas that I wanted shaded. Kind of like a pencil. You still have to do a little bit of line work, but still more satisfying. And it basically gave my brain a little bit of a rest with the failures that I was getting with the line work, which I will still keep working on because, like I said, that is an intention and goal is to get better with my line work. And this was super fun as well. I also did this with just that pen that I just showed you, the regular Bic pen. I absolutely love how it's turning out. No, I have not finished it. Let's get in a little closer. I have not finished it. The top coin obviously is still not finished. The other four are. And this was nomadic, and I basically just Googled nomadic symbols, and I thought, what could I put them on? And I thought, well, just do some ancient coins, make them look a little beat up, and that's what I did. And I'm super happy with it. I'm definitely going to go back at some point and finish that top coin, just not right now. All right, and we also kind of did this one together as well. This was Sun, and super happy with it. Minimal line work is definitely what I need to focus on, and that is what I'm going to focus on for this one because I cannot hide from the line work. We have to get better. We're going to try again. We are going to try again, and we're going to limit our supplies. Something I think that I realized in the fire tower one that I did is I used too big of a pen in the background. I need to use a smaller pen. So this is a brush pen in case I need it. I don't think I will need it for this one, but it's there if I do. And then I am using a fine liner, but this is a 0.7. That will be my largest size, and that's what I'll draw everything in the foreground with. And then a 0.3 for anything that is receding in the background or I need shading with. Like, look how tiny that is. You can barely see it. So it's going to be perfect, I think, for shading and for doing some line work close up for details. That way I don't look like an idiot like I did with the fire tower. All right, well, enough stalling. Let's open up the pen and get started. Just kidding. I'm going to stall a little bit more. Gosh, and does anybody else, like, in The Emperor's New Groove when she's like, is that my voice? Is that my voice? Like, I feel like, are those my hands? I don't know. They don't look like my hands, so we're going to zoom in so that you can just focus on the picture and not my hands. So where I lay my head is home. My dad, my whole family pretty much were Metallica heads. So growing up, I listened to a lot of Metallica, and obviously the word Rome made me think of this song. And I thought, well, that's kind of what hikers, backpackers do. It's wherever they lay down is where their home is that night. And it's definitely a relaxing feeling. I've not done an overnight backpack trip anywhere at all. It is a new goal that I would like to do this year. But I do think it's cool. You just basically take your supplies, you go where you go, you see a bunch of cool stuff, and in the meantime, you don't need anything more than what you brought with you. I think that's pretty special. All right, zoomed in a little bit on the trees. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on doing as little as possible. I want this to look empty. I want it to look like a line work drawing. So far, I'm pretty happy. I've got that finer line work out in the background to make it look like it's a little further away. And everything in the foreground, that was my cat. Everything in the foreground, I use that thicker pen with. And basically, I'm happy with how it turned out. I like the shading I've got going on here. I like the minimal lines. I like that the sky is completely open. And you can tell that obviously there's a sun there. I do end up doing one more little tweak to it at the end, which kind of pulls it all together, at least for me. But yeah, that is day 14 of Inktober. And just to say that I did use it, I bring out the brush pen here just to put a little more emphasis on the border. I thought about doing more rocks underneath of this, but I spent 30 minutes on this, and I am really trying to get my time down because I do work a full-time job, 50 hours a week, and I don't have a lot of time to put into Inktober, not like I want, but enough that I'm learning. And then, like I said, I wanted the emphasis that it was a sun because really it could be a moon. Nobody would know. So I thought I'm going to put some sunshine rays, you know, kind of peeking in on the person in the tent and then also going out into the sky, you know, basically just kind of emphasizing that it is a sun. What's cool about Inktober, I think, is just kind of seeing everybody else's ideas come to life and how different everyone is as far as what the prompts bring to mind. So happy with how it turned out. Little bit of final touches with the brush pen, pretty much like I said again, so I can say that I used it, but I think I'm heading in the right direction. I think I like where this is. I think it's a readable picture, and like I said, I only spent about 30 minutes on it, and I think it's safe to say I achieved my goals with this one, and we are going to call it a win. We're going to finish our coffee and have a little montage of photos. I do have some plans for all of these drawings once I'm done with them. I do have an iPad that I am waiting to get fixed, and as soon as it does, I am going to digitize these, at least my favorite ones that I know I can do what I'm planning on with. And obviously, if you're subscribing, you'll know first what that ends up being. And here's just a little bit of a closer up shot. I think it's pretty cool how you get close up and it's hideous. You know, it's just lines and chunky little dark spots. But when you zoom out, it does read like a picture because it is a picture. It's a picture that I was in my head and now it's on paper. So happy with it. Thank you so much for watching. And also, I have been working digitally trying to come up with a new logo. I am liking this one so far. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you come back for the next one.